Well, he attack me. But Jayden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
What you talking about is Jayden place. See me up to the time, a cartel. I represent for Jayden Chase. We spray them face when the AK raise. See me up to the time, the Gaza station.
No, this is not just an album. This is an experience. Vybz Kartel X-rated, available worldwide on all digital platforms. Make sure you support good music. Vybz Kartel and Sharp Bass Music presents. You know the something go. Stream, view, support. Yeah man, now move settings nation. And no, we no need no ladder. Now welcome to the channel. Yeah man, Jayden Chase, and we are about to bring on another new and yes exciting reasoning on the topic of dancehall and entertainment. Remember man, I remind you now for click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and for also leave a like, a comment, and yes, bust a share on the vlog in truth. Now another video of viewers and subscribers, we're gonna discuss Vybz Kartel and his co-accused seemingly about to receive some justice in the form of corrupt JCF officers being brought to justice. But before we get into that, viewers and subscribers, I'm going to see a clip of what Robert Fowler's lawyer had to say. Now if you don't agree with the fact that no matter what him lawyer try, him have to get the guilty verdict for that one. I want you kicking the like button right now, viewers and subscribers. Now as I'm say, I'm going to see the clip and then we're going to do a continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
Mr. Fowler for quite some time. He's a mechanic. And we have spoken when he was a kid. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was there the Friday the police went for him at his workplace. And I spoke to him. I spoke to the officer in charge. And I said to him, if they're going to ask you any question, don't say anything. Tell them to contact me and I would come.
However, he insists the police failed to contact him despite his request aimed at protecting his client.
I was contacted at a point to do the question and answer when officers contacted another attorney, and then it was reported to me by the attorney, confirmed by my client, that they asked that I come and do the Q&A. I don't know why they didn't call me.
The attorney refrained from saying whether his client confided in him, innocence or guilt. He also refrained from saying whether Fowler had any words for Jackson's family. He also advised that claims of whether his client had been involved in similar incidents are not on trial and that he has not had that discussion with his client. Meantime, he notes sentiments on social media seeking to adjudicate the case that sparked public outrage and calls for the death penalty.
I have no such instructions. As a matter of fact, I know nothing about that. And it would be unfair for me to ask him about that. Well, where the prosecution goes, we follow.
Nika Lewis.
Yes, now viewers and subscribers, a police sergeant has been found guilty of breaching Section 33 of the Independent Commission of Investigation Indicom Act established in 2010. Now, seeing that majority of the officers involved in not only the evidence tampering but also the cover-up of said evidence tampering, majority of them was never brought to justice. Majority of these officers were never brought to justice. Only a few of the names are the individuals in charge of, I think, one of the division were ever brought to court. I think that was Bigger Ford. Now, the sergeant in question has been identified as Gilbert Smith, and the ruling was handed out this week. Now, Indicom released a statement. They stated that 3 requests were made for the officer to furnish a statement to the commission in relation to the allegations. Now they state that Smith failed to provide a statement and was therefore in breach of the act. And it was the same thing in Vybz Kartel's case, viewers and subscribers. When defense attorneys asked, where was the other part of the evidence? They presented a disc with the so-called text messages and the way those text messages were retrieved. And up to this date, there's never been any confirmation of what happened to the disc, nor did they give an explanation as to why the disc was not present. Now keep in mind, them get the disc about a couple city blocks away from where they need to bring it to. Now, Smith will be set for sentence on May 13, 2021. Now some have already said we know how this go. Maybe soon and very soon, they might go appeal either the conviction or the sentencing, depending upon the outcome of that. But the fact that we have seen in these later days a lack of respect for the law by those who have been tasked with enforcing these said laws. And as we always talk about the precedents being set, some have called for these law enforcers to feel the full weight of the laws that they are tasked with enforcing. What say you? The way officers were allowed to not only tamper with evidence so that they could get their arrest warrant, but to also tamper with the evidence and present it to the Office of Public Prosecution. No, something wrong there, sir. And when that is found to be what had occurred in open court, that should have been necessary enough to bring some of these individuals to stand trial as well. Remember, this is also a reflection on the judicial system. How can you be assured of a fair trial if even from the initial stages of your arrest, corruption is taking place? There's no way we can guarantee an individual a fair trial if the evidence itself, keep in mind, the evidence is what is leading any prosecutor to prosecute it. Remember, it can be enough for an arrest, but not enough for a prosecution. That is why evidence is tampered with, so that an individual can be prosecuted. So now maybe officers seen Indicom go after other officers who are in breach of section 33, meaning say you can't just do something, and when Indicom run them investigation and ask for your statement on what take place, you feel like say, alright, I just joke things, so you know, you can just put it off, and hopefully it goes nowhere. As to what we see occur in numerous other cases where, you know, officers and their actions have been called into question. Now we all know the situation. Officers are tasked with a uphill battle, as with some people that say. The fact that they're understaffed, underpaid, overworked. And for majority of the situations, they have to rely on gut feeling. But at the end of the day, the law is the law, and gut feeling cannot be substituted for evidence. We can't have matters before the court being substituted, evidence for that matter being substituted for gut feeling. So just because some individuals feel like, no, the task is what it is, you have to investigate and prove. In Vybz Kartel case, there was never any proof. I doubt it was gut feeling. This was clearly something being orchestrated. And as I said, the majority of the officers involved in the situation, nothing has been done to ensure say this situation never occurs again. The better part, it look like say yo, them can do it again if them feel like. Because them do it now. And with a high profile case like Vybz Kartel case, nobody no go to jail on it. You tamper with evidence. That should be something where, you know what I mean? Somebody you have to pay the penalty for. Just like all them that try to say, alright, Vybz Kartel this, did that, and he should pay the penalty. Why is it that the people who clearly violated, one, the artist's civil right, secondly, violated the fact that they are tasked with upholding the law, but here clearly breaking it? You man, now move settings, viewers and subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reasoning and you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon right after that. And when you put it on all, and this is how you know we'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. You man, now move settings for man now. We don't need no ladder, and my sentiments for you and yours is, of course, for to live, love, and prosper until we reason again.